Hi everyone, I'm back in front of you with a new video. Mayor Eric Adams of New York City wants to deploy law enforcement officers to monitor the loading zones for the migrant buses in the city. My friends, the city of New York has many challenges, and one of the greatest challenges that the city is facing is widespread crimes. There are lots of crimes taking place in the city, and it seems that there are not enough officers to combat the criminal activities. Resources are stretched thin. Given this situation, it shocks me how Mayor Eric Adams can think of deploying law enforcement officers to monitor the loading zones for the migrant buses in the city. And why is he doing that? Because the mayor wants to make sure that the buses are not dropping migrants off outside the hours established by the mayor's executive order. So just to give you some background information, according to a recent executive order in New York City, migrant buses will have to give at least 32 hours notice to New York City prior to dropping off migrants. And the bus operators will have to provide detailed information about the migrants, and they also have to drop the migrants off at specific city-approved locations. And also, the migrants can only be dropped off between 8:30 a.m. and noon on weekdays. And this is just an overview of the rules. You can find the details in the actual text of the executive order. And that's not all. If the buses fail to follow the rules, the result could be a Class B misdemeanor. The result could be fines, lawsuit, and also buses could be impounded. And so the New York City government, it seems to me when I read all of this, when I analyze all these updates, it seems to me that the city of New York is trying to make extremely strict rules for the migrant buses. And so Mayor Eric Adams has said that police will be monitoring the loading zone outside of the specified hours and gathering evidence against these companies, meaning the bus companies, to potentially fine them and impound buses. So that's what the mayor is planning to do, to deploy law enforcement officers and to possibly fine and impound buses that don't follow the rules established by the executive order. The liberal politicians in the city of New York, they are coming up with very strict rules for the migrant buses. And yet, these liberal politicians are not going out and publicly declaring that the city is no longer a sanctuary city. That's what they should do. My question is, why are the New York City liberals still strongly holding on to the sanctuary city designation? If these liberals are really unhappy with the migrant surge, if they are really having a difficult time dealing with the arrival of migrants, then the first logical step would be to publicly declare that New York City is no longer a sanctuary city. Remove the sanctuary city designation from the city of New York, but the liberals are not doing that. The mayor is not doing that. And also, let me remind you that these liberal politicians in New York, they are the ones who support open border policy. They are the ones who support the Biden administration. And now when there's a flood of migrants in New York City, these liberals, rather than removing sanctuary city designation, they are instead coming up with complex rules to try to punish the bus operators who are transporting migrants from Texas to New York. Why do these migrants want to go to New York? Why? Because New York is a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants. Like I said, the most logical step would be to remove the sanctuary city designation, But that's not something that these New York liberals are doing. They are still holding on very tightly. They are holding on to that sanctuary city label. My friends, our country has been going through a lot. And since COVID, the economy has been struggling. A lot of people lost their savings, and many are still trying hard to keep up with the rising prices in the economy. Homelessness is on the rise in the United States, and many families who are living in their homes now, many of them are on the verge of homelessness because of economic uncertainty, because of financial problems that they are having. So a family that has a home now may still be on the verge of homelessness if they can't pay their mortgage, if they can't pay their rent. So there are many ongoing issues. And let's talk about the baby boomers. The baby boomers have been working hard and paying their taxes the whole life. And now, during their retirement, when the time came for them to get benefits, there are many financial uncertainties in this economy. And one of the greatest problems that we are facing right now as a nation is the widespread violation of our country's immigration laws. When Americans are having a tough time in this economy, the Biden administration is keeping the southern border open, and the administration is also prioritizing undocumented immigrants. And foreign nationals are now organizing and heading towards the US-Mexico border as a caravan, as part of a caravan. And the caravan is made up of thousands of these foreign nationals who want to come into the US. They want to cross the southern border and enter the United States without any visa. They are demanding entry into the United States. So what our government should do is to take action against those who are breaking American immigration laws. We must immediately take steps to secure our southern border and stop the influx of undocumented immigrants. Mayor Eric Adams should declare that New York City will no longer be a sanctuary for undocumented immigrants, but instead of doing that, Mayor Adams wants to use law enforcement resources to monitor the arrival of migrant buses, to see if the buses are dropping migrants off outside of the specified hours. And the mayor is saying that the bus operators can face fines, lawsuit, and buses could even be impounded. So resources are already stretched thin at New York Police Department. So why is the mayor talking about using police resources to monitor the loading zones for migrant buses rather than combating crimes in the city? What are the priorities of New York City? Monitoring loading zones and to penalize migrant buses, or to fight rising crime in the city? My friends, share with me your thoughts. Thank you for watching my video. I want to hear from you. And if you are watching my video and you live in New York City, I really want to hear from you about what you are experiencing in your city. What are you seeing in your neighborhood? What's happening? What's your experience? So get in touch with me, share with me your thoughts. You can go to my website, tossifanam.net. You can send me a message. You can check out my blog, check out my list of published opinions. You can also sign up for my e-newsletter. Please stay connected, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I want to hear from you. So let me know your thoughts. And I hope to be back again soon with a new video. Thank you.